One of the places we wanted to start was we're talking about governance and talking about this governance life cycle. Tell us a little bit about the problems that you see customers have when it comes to the multi-cloud environment and tackling this governance topic.
Sure. So I want to take a step back and really talk about the situation in which the central teams, such as operations and security, often find themselves. Um, on one hand, there's adoption of public cloud, and they're able to quickly deploy software services. But these central teams are tasked with ensuring that the costs are regulated, the configurations are secure, and the performance is optimized. And that's in the landscape of vast number of accounts and services that are spread across multi-cloud environments. They're also supporting multiple developer teams, which are continuously building applications. So it's very easy to make mistakes. To secure configurations and ensure compliance across the entire application lifecycle, they need to have both a preventative and a detective approach. But I want to talk a little bit more about the preventative approach, which is basically that they configure these policies onto the accounts before handing them to the developers when they'll start building applications. But for most teams, these processes are really manual. And it involves use of several tools that don't talk to each other, and that makes standardization very difficult for these teams. So eventually, they end up with inconsistently applied policies across the accounts. There are different scenarios. They could be, you could have inherited some accounts or infrastructure because of a merger or acquisition. It is also possible that, when you start migrating your workloads to the cloud, you typically start with just a few accounts, like, for example, 5 accounts or 10 accounts. I mean, some of these manual processes and the DIY tools actually work at that level. But as you start, adding more services, you start adding more accounts, and your cloud footprint starts to grow, you're not able to consistently apply these policies and scale those governance standards going forward. So so from a long-term perspective, these processes don't work.